She's not beautiful.
Well,
but she
here
is.
we go again. Another build or another kit, and we've got this time a digital multimeter. I saw these multimeters on Banggood or Ali, I can't remember which. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun to build one. As you can see, I have actually opened the box. Shoot me. We have the usual set of instructions with a circuit diagram. Again, all of it is in Chinese, so it's not going to be a great deal of help except the schematic and these charts which show the position of the components. Will be useful. This one, obviously being digital, has a LCD screen, and again in this is absolutely nothing in English. Probably if you want to do a lot of these kits, it would probably be a bit of a boon to actually learn Mandarin. We've got a button, we've got a set of leads. This one comes with a battery, which is nice. There's the bag of bits, there's a bag of resistors, quite a few, and we've got a case with the LCD floating around, and the PCB that it's all built on. Similar looking method to the analog one I built. This has got a processor on the back of it already in position, and it's got another EEPROM or such like already soldered on, so two components are already attached. So I'll put the case on one side. If the radio is annoying anybody, please shout, but I like Radio 4 and I like listening to it. So we'll put the case on one side with the LCD. We'll put the selector switch, and the contact pins are already fastened on that. That's handy. Battery cover case, battery case cover, and two buttons and a round sticky thing. So we'll put the box on one side, and we'll make a start. So looking at the PCB, we can see, while the component positions are marked, which is nice, all the resistors, but no values. So we will have a look at this. Have we got values on here? No, just component positions. And what have we got here? We've got something here.
guys, they look peaceful, but they can be quite ferocious. That neck is obviously really quite long. It's got a big, heavy head on the end of it.
R10.
It's like a big club on the end of a neck. And they're able to swing this head at each other for
0.99 ohms.
That's right, it was, yes.
Or near enough 1 kilo ohm.
That terrific battle between two giraffes.
R8, so can we find R1 and start at the beginning? R1, 120 kilo ohms. So we need to find that. And that's going to go there. So as usual, what I'll do is I'll start populating this with a few resistors. I suppose I better do one first. So what we need, my computer is just there. What I need to do first is open up Electronics Assistant. And for those who don't know, it's a little bit of software you can download which helps you identify the banding on 4 and 5 band resistors.
The Greek historian Cassius Dio wrote,
So I hope there's no copyright problem with me listening to voice radio. I know people have problems with music playing in the background, but we'll just have to see what happens. Right, so what did I say I was looking for? R1, 120k. So in Electronics Assistant, we'll put 120 kilo ohms, and that tells us, oh, 5 band. Switch it to 5 band. We're looking for brown, red, black, orange. And he dives straight in there like an exocet.
The poet Antonio Costanzo wrote,
I'll have to get me magnifier.
While seeing it from afar, people think that they're looking at a tower rather than an animal. Ours appears to like the crowd. It's always peaceful.
Well, that could be it.
It even seems to watch with pleasure,
But it mightn't be.
to look at it.
With the colours on a blue background, it doesn't lend itself to readily identifying every colour. Anyway, what I do as well is I get my by there I've got my multimeter, volts, ohms, switch to ohms, and this also verifies what it is.
Created by people who have seen the creature. Would you believe it? Would you believe there's such a surreal looking creature actually exists? Or would you have said, well, that's another mythological creature? Sometimes they
Trap
made
that. And it is...
There have been rumours that giraffes had made it
219 kilo ohms, and what was we looking for? I forgot already. R1 120, so it's not the right one.
Usually done by private menagerie owners who
That's 219.
and people were fooled. People were used to
So
seeing
that isn't...
big creatures, and by it doesn't mean non-native, sort of large mammals, sometimes reptiles. And we had seen pretty much everything apart from giraffes.
Very difficult to see what that is. It looks like brown, red, black, orange. It's the first colour. So I'll have a quick look through these, and I'll come back in a minute.
blotchy, long-necked.
Right, found it.
The first giraffes ever to land on French and British soil. He earmarked
Brown,
newborn giraffes
red,
in Ethiopia,
black,
hatched a plan to
orange.
sail them down the Nile to Port Alexandria in Egypt, across the high seas.
119.2 kilo ohms, which is near enough for me. So what we do now is
and take it 200 miles to the Blue Nile at St. Helens, where they were sailed to Khartoum. 3 months later, they both were shipped to
Bend the legs close to the
palace grounds in his private
resistor
in Alexandria, where they grew up.
and insert it
The one that went to Britain
into the
was injured, so Muhammad Ali drew lots, but it
PCB,
was fixed.
and that's it.
With the help of giraffe.
Now some people do and some people don't, but I do. I just lay the legs slightly just to keep it in position so it's not trying to drop out on you when you turn it over for soldering or whatever. So that's the first one. So now, as I say, I'll proceed to populate the rest of it using the same method.
Between the state of the giraffe and the bad
In it.
health of the monarch, both with damaged legs. You know, he was suffering from gout, and the giraffe
So I'll come back
was
shortly.
injured. And the giraffe and the
cooking range that's engineered to serve up a
Well, I've started to populate the PCB with resistors. It's pretty easy to follow. On the parts list, all the resistors, capacitors and everything are listed, and when you get one particular size of resistor like this 220, it gives you all the different positions for the same resistor, so you just follow it through. And what I've done so far is I've populated R1 and then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 resistors, which are all the same. So I'll move on to the next one, and I'll come back when I've done a few more. But that's how it goes. Oh, some of them put on in a normal fashion, but there are a few, I suppose it's because of space, put on vertically. But they are marked like that. These here are for vertical resistors, and obviously these others are for horizontal. So I'll come back soon again. There you go. 35 resistors all placed, and I think I've got them in the right places. I've double checked them with electronics assistant and my multimeter as I've put them in. If I'm not sure on the colours, I put my multimeter on and check the ohms or kilo ohms or even mega ohms in the case of one or two of these. So we can now move on to putting something else on. There was no problems with the resistors. I was short of one. I did make a note of which one it was, and now I've forgotten. I think it was the 470K. I think there was only one in the kit, although I've got two spare resistors. So out of my infinite stock of resistors, because like everybody else I suppose that started in electronics, I have bought the mega pack of 6,000 resistors from China. So I've got more resistors than Edison had when he first started. Anyway, out of that we had, oh no, it was a 2 mega ohm, I remember now. It was a 2 mega ohm resistor, 2 meg, yeah. R15 and R26 are 2 meg, and I only had one. So anyway, if I hadn't have had them, of course I would have been a bit in Maya. Not often with these kits that they put something in less than what you need. I think with a little radio kit I did a few weeks ago or a day or two ago. Yes, there was a 30 microfarad cap that I thought was missing, and I put one in out of my stock, but when I was finishing off the radio, it suddenly magically appeared on the mat there by magic. So it wasn't missing, it was me. Right, oh, there's another right, left. I will stick some other components in. What have we got? We've got a bag of bits, and that's, oh, there are some caps or filters or something, red things to go in, caps I imagine, and there's a couple of transistors in there, so there's a few more electronic bits in this bag, so we can put them in. And there was a diode in with the resistors. I can't just see on the board where that goes just at this minute, but it, there, D1 right on the corner, so it's another standy uppy job, and we'll pop him in a minute. Right, I'll come back when I've oh no, I better open this bag. Let's have a look at what we got. Oh, come on, bag. Oh, there we go. Right, we've got a PP3 battery connector. We've got a speaker, I imagine, or buzzer. Oh, I was looking at this through the bag before. I thought it's a licorice all sorts. Hey, they give me a sweetie, but it's not. It's the connector that connects the LCD to the motherboard. That stood on its end, I think, and it's you stand that on the LCD and then you squash them both together and that forms the connector, I think. I'm just having a closer look through the... Yes, you can see something, little dots. So I hope there's some way of lining that up. There isn't on there, but we'll have to look on LCD. Right, off we go again. I'll put a few of these in. I'll come back. Obviously there's some switches, a variable doofer, some odd caps, one transistor. Thought there was more to go on. One there and one there. Should be two transistors. Well, we won't start calling foul yet, in case where I just can't see you. Oh, there's a little spring there for something. I can only see one transistor. Oh no, there it is. See, I told you, don't start shouting before you've had a good look. There we are, there's the two transistors. And you can't see what I'm doing. What an idiot. Where is it? Right. Yeah, there's the two transistors. And I say there's some caps, switches, and other bits and pieces. And I say there's at least one little spring here. Can't just see what that's for. There's fuse holder. Oh, there's 2 springs now. Yeah, so I'll put a few more bits on and I'll come back. Well, that looking quite tidy at the minute. The board seems to be very good quality. The soldering, where you solder the components onto, are actually, I don't know what you call them, through the board holes. It's